Again, it's Lieutenant Christopher Cook with the Arlington Police Department. Right now, the only update we have, we did deploy our small unmanned aircraft system, as you saw earlier. The reason we deployed that is just to get some eyes above the location so we could see on the suspect's balcony, just to see what's going on near the immediate address where we believe the suspect's held up. We do have communication with the suspect. He's been communicated via telephone with our negotiators. We're still trying to talk him into surrendering to law enforcement. At this time, only one confirmed victim. That victim has been transported out of this scene, but I do not know the condition of that victim just yet. No other shots have been fired since earlier this morning when law enforcement first arrived on scene. And so we're hopeful that the suspect makes a good decision and surrenders to law enforcement.
Lieutenant, can you just recap for us real quick why you're using the unmanned aircraft?
Sure. The unmanned aircraft, we called them out. That's actually with the Arlington Police Department, just to get better eyes on the scene. Obviously, since shots were fired earlier this morning, we want to make sure that officers are protected and that they're safe. And so by deploying our unmanned helicopter, we're able to get eyes on, it's got video equipment, and actually get right into the scene area where we believe the suspect's held up. And so we're able to get some video feeds in and then bring the helicopter back so commanders in the field could use that video stuff to help them make their decisions that they're faced with.
Has the suspect come out of his apartment?
The suspect has been in and out of the apartment on the balcony, but at this point he still has not surrendered. Go ahead, Chuck.
How are the negotiations going? Well,
the negotiations right now, they continue to try to negotiate, just have him come out, but again, we're hopeful that he will eventually come out with his hands up and surrender to law enforcement. That's the hope for everyone, so that no one else gets hurt, no officers get hurt, and that we can restore, basically, do community restoration to this community.
Having seen and spoken to the suspect, what can you tell us about him?
Right now, he's a man. We believe he's obviously got access to multiple weapons, possible rifle, and so this is a very serious situation still. We have been able to evacuate pretty much everyone in the area now. We don't believe there's really hardly anybody else that's sheltered in place. We've been able to evacuate even the adjacent buildings, and so at this point, it's just us negotiating with the suspect. I have time for about 2 more questions.
Is there anybody in the apartment with
We don't
him?
have any intelligence to believe that there's anybody inside the apartment at this time, based upon us interviewing neighbors, witnesses, and then talking with him on the phone. One more question.
Was
at midnight and some are saying 3 a.m.
Yeah, I've seen those reports on media outlets. Our first 911 call came in around 6:10 this morning. Multiple callers reported they heard numerous shots being fired. When officers arrived on scene, they tried to locate if anybody was struck. They also tried to locate who was doing the shooting. When officers located the suspect, they were fired upon by the suspect, and then he retreated into this apartment. So the first call that we received was about 6:10 this morning. We'll continue to update you guys as we have more information. Thank you.